Hey, what's up, y'all? It's if you know, you know, 401 TV, and today the date is Friday, August 26th. End of a very chaotic long week, but nonetheless, it is day 10 of the R. Kelly federal trial, and I decided I'm gonna cover this case because there's a void in the YouTube space. It seems like everybody is covering it with a personal dog in a fight, personal feelings. You have rape apologists and, you know, the overzealous activists that are really just making it kind of uncomfortable. I do want to shout out, there's this one YouTuber, I think her name is Hollywood Next. No, it's not. She's crazy. I think it's another one that kind of it's like on the something. I have to go back to YouTube, but she does a really good job. She has her own personal feelings, but when she's reading through the transcripts, she is very impartial, so she's very neutral and just makes it easy to listen to. So today I'm just going to read through the tweets. They started tweeting about an hour ago. So we have a lot to catch up on, and I'm a fast reader, so I'm probably going to be done before they're done, obviously. So I may have to come back with part 2. Enough talking, let's jump right into it. Day 10 of the R. Kelly federal trial in Chicago about to start. This coverage I'm reading is from Dave Burns. He's a reporter for Courthouse News, as well as he works a lot. He's been writing with another writer in Chicago of the Sun-Times. But Dave Burns, this is from his profile. So day 10 of the R. Kelly federal trial in Chicago about to start. Federal prosecutor Jason Julian is telling presiding judge Harry Lennon-Weber that Lisa Van Allen was hesitant to come to court today. Lisa Van Allen was she was the most recent witness. She got cross-examined yesterday by the co-defendants of R. Kelly's lawyers. We'll get into their names later. And now today she's slated to get cross-examined by Jennifer Bonjean, which is R. Kelly's lawyer, okay? So she's under fire. There's 3 different defendants, so there's 3 different lawyers that get the chance to grill her after the prosecutors offer her up as a credible witness. And she's just been torn to shreds every time. So now the big Gaona, the big whale, Lil R. Kelly, now it's his lawyer's turn. So y'all should understand why she's hesitant to come if she's already been caught in so many lies or just very sticky, precarious situations from the other lawyers. So the agents had contact with her, to take her to court. Van Allen was on the witness stand all yesterday, giving very emotional testimony to prosecutors before being subject to a heated, at times confrontational cross-examination by Bo Brindley, defense attorney for R. Kelly, co-defendant Darrell McDavid. Trial beginning now with R. Kelly's lead defense attorney Jennifer Bonjean beginning her cross-examination of Lisa Van Allen. Bonjean begins by asking Van Allen about her hesitancy to come to court today. Van Allen shoots back that hesitancy is not a refusal to cooperate. Didn't want to come and not coming are 2 different things. So she's spicy. She's already in her bag feeling some type of way. She is ready for war because she knows that's what it's about to be. Didn't want to come and not coming are 2 different things. Okay, Miss Mamas. Bonjean now playing a clip of Kelly's Home Alone music video from 1998, on the set of which Van Allen said she first met R. Kelly. Van Allen identifies herself as an extra in the video. Van Allen said yesterday she was 18 when she met R. Kelly, but that she told him she was 17. Van Allen denies lying to Kelly about her age. She says she can't remember what she said, but that it's possible she misremembered the month in which Home Alone was shot. So if Homegirl has a summer birthday and it's June, she's probably thinking If it was June when the video was shot, I was 17, so I told him I was 17. If it was August when the video was shot, then I was 18. But if she's not remembering properly when the months were shot, when the video was shot, then it's plausible that she's going to end up telling a lie about her age. Or not even a lie, it's just going to be a mistake, like which month it is. And y'all could go ask my ex-boyfriends. I'm the queen of putting sauce on numbers and just truly not forgetting. I'll be like, yo, I've been talking to you in 2 weeks, some shit like that. Whole time it'll be like 2 hours. You know what I mean? So women, I'm not even going to put this on a woman thing, but people do get like forgetful. In June and August 20 years ago, you might not remember which exact month it was, but if you're a summer baby, it's critical if you're 17 or 18. So I can see what she's saying, but I can see where the defense is going with this. I'm going to try not to put too much commentary in between because I know y'all came here to hear what was said in court. All right, so back to that. Van Allen said yesterday she was 18 when she met R. Kelly, but that she told him she was 17. She denies lying, which means having the intent to misrepresent the truth to Kelly about her age. She just says she can't remember what she said, but it's possible that she misremembered the month in which Home Alone was shot. Van Allen says she doesn't recall telling anyone that Home Alone was shot in 1997, which Bonjean challenges. Bonjean produces a statement Van Allen gave to U.S. attorneys in 2008, in which she says she met Kelly in late 1997. She also said something about she was getting over Tupac's death, which was in 96, but I digress. Van Allen says she just misspoke. Bonjean attempting to get Van Allen to admit to sexually abusing Jane when she was a minor. Van Allen doesn't deny it and breaks down into tears. I'm here to admit to my wrongdoings and hold R. Kelly accountable for what he did. Bonjean getting into whether Van Allen had a legal ID at the age of 18 for the purpose of traveling to Chicago. Bonjean brings up another interview Van Allen gave to Homeland Security in which she says Kelly's co-defendant, Milton Brown, obtained an ID for her in order to travel. Van Allen says she doesn't recall the interview, that she used a friend's ID. And So David Burns, he goes and makes a correction. He says that should have said Assistant State's Attorney, not the U.S. Attorney. So Bonjean claims Van Allen's recounting of events to investigators in 2008 is off by a year. This is why I can't do read-throughs, because I get to yawning. Oh my God, I was always like this in school. I'm going to try not to yawn though. So Bonjean claims that Van Allen's recounting of events to investigators in 2008 is off by about a year. When you spoke to the Assistant State's Attorney, you said the Home Alone video shoot was in late 1997, when in fact it was September 1998. Van Allen denies lying to investigators about when she met R. Kelly, as she says she based her recollection of events off the weather, but she didn't deny her words in the interview transcript. Bonjean getting into Van Allen's willing participation in several of R. Kelly's tours and music videos. Bonjean is playing a snippet of Kelly's video, I Wish, in which Van Allen identifies herself braiding Kelly's hair. Bonjean continued Brindley's strategy of trying to poke holes in Van Allen's testimony yesterday, now focusing on the abuse Van Allen says she suffered at R. Kelly's hands. Bonjean asks why Van Allen became close with Keith Morrell when she also said R. Kelly prevented her from associating with other men. You described to us yesterday that you became quite close to Keith and other members of the talent group, Bonjean says. Van Allen rebuts that she became friends with Keith and talent while R. Kelly was not around and restates that Kelly both physically and emotionally abused her. Bonjean was getting into Van Allen's sexual history with R. Kelly, specifically the alleged threesomes. Van Allen reaffirmed her testimony yesterday that she had the threesomes at his request. He said he never had a threesome before and he wanted to have one with me. Girl, you believe that? Bonjean bringing up Van Allen's relationship to Jane now. Van Allen says she can't remember exactly when she met Jane, but that she believes it was when R. Kelly allegedly brought them together for their first threesome. Van Allen says she thought Jane was 16 when they met, and that she didn't think it was wrong to have a threesome with her at that time because I have friends at that age. You have friends at that age. You have 16-year-old friends when you was 18, but was you fucking them friends? Was you? Oh my God. Van Allen says she learned Jane was only 14. Like, huh? I have friends at that age. What? Okay. Van Allen says she learned Jane was only 14 during their first threesome 2 years later. Bonjean gets to Van Allen's move back to Atlanta after she decided to leave R. Kelly, as well as her taking an alleged sex tape from Kelly's duffel bag. Bonjean disputes whether Van Allen was looking for a specific sex tape featuring herself, R. Kelly and Jane, or if she was just simply looking for any tape on which she was featured. I do know I wanted a tape with me on it. Not the tape, a tape. Is that all? That's the most recent thing as of 21 minutes ago. I'm following like 3 people covering this case. And what I notice is that when one person slows up, the other one gets to writing. So let me see. Jason Miner, where are you? Meisner. David Burns, Jason Meisner, Michael Tarm, Andy Grimm. Those are the guys. I've been This is why I love Michael Tarm's tweets, because he be getting into it. Like, he gives you the feels of what's going on. David gives you the synopsis of what happened. Michael Tarm will give you the feels. So he says, now he's going to give us more context. So our Kelly lawyer asked Van Allen about apparently not wanting to come to trial today. Van Allen responded, I wanted to come, but I am exhausted. Bonjean, are you saying you didn't indicate you're not coming? Van Allen, didn't want to come and not coming are 2 different things. So it kind of colors in the lines of what we just read. So, boo. Oh my God, y'all got to excuse me. I probably will never do another reading again because my eyes are watering. I'm getting to yawning. Reading out loud has always made me tired. I don't know if I have to see a doctor about that, but I legit start getting sleepy. All right, I'm like 10 tweets in and I'm tired. Nah, this is crazy. I still have my nephew, and he does give me a run for my money, but I should not be this tired. All right, our Kelly lawyer repeatedly presses Kelly's ex-girlfriend about whether she lied about her age when she first met Kelly in 1998 by telling him she was 17. I didn't lie. Yesterday, Van Allen confirmed she was 18 at the time, though she'd been saying she was 17. This girl must have been on heavy drugs back in the day. R. Kelly's ex-girlfriend starts weeping loudly. She's crying again when asked if she could be also accused of wrongdoing by having a threesome with Kelly and an underage Jane. I'm not proud of it, so you can sit here and try to make me the bad guy all you want. Oh, she said something there. Oh, you can make me the bad guy. What is this, Chun-Li? Like, please, give it up, Lisa. One witness I'm tired of is Lisa because, girl, all this crying and all of this, like, you wasn't crying. Like, you've been 20 years a sex slave. Like, girl, stop it. R. Kelly's girlfriend starts weeping, when a shaken Lisa Van Allen seems... Okay, I can see if y'all just click off from here because I can't. When the shaken Lisa Van Allen seems unable to go on, the R. Kelly judge tells her and the Kelly lawyer questioning her, Bonjean, to calm down. With Van Allen still weeping, Bonjean tells the court about grilling. Cross-examination is hard, but that's how it works. Yo, if I was in the courtroom, I'd probably get escorted out for laughing. Because it's crazy. When the R. Kelly lawyer alludes to Van Allen's testimony yesterday that Kelly was a controlling and sometimes abusive boyfriend, Van Allen says it was more emotional than physical. Wow. She about to get this nigga off. Okay. Okay. And this is where the commentary can begin. Because now it seems like, they got to let some more stuff happen in court so that they can actually write about it. But what's crazy is that this lady, all of the witnesses, known liars. Known liars, criminal past. There's no getting around that. What people keep forgetting, no, I can't even say forgetting, because I was watching this Lady D's channel. Lady D on YouTube. Yo, you are one crazy heifer. She's over here saying, R. Kelly supporters, you gotta be careful now. Gotta be careful now. Because when you say, where was the parents, that's saying you believe the girl was 14. And there was no 14-year-old. So then who the hell is Rashana Lanfair, who's now 37? If she wasn't 14 in the 2-year-old tape, how old was she then? Like, to me, the R. Kelly supporters make it seem like even if all of the witnesses are liars, that there is nobody who exists named Rashana Lanfair. They keep saying there was no girl, there was no tape, this is all a hoax. They really remind me of Trump people, like, this is all a hoax. It is all made up, people. It is all fake news. Fake news, fake news. Like, oh my gosh. Y'all really is over here trying to act like she doesn't exist. What I will say is, everyone is saying, if R. Kelly did that, why is she in the why did they put R. Kelly in the father's obituary? First of all, the father died of a broken heart and that guilt. I can guarantee you that the father playing for R. Kelly all them years was literally just another way of making him hush. And not just hush, because here's my whole thing. I don't know if Shorty was sold into this. I have no idea. If she was sold into this, she was sold for a hamburger and some french fries. Because they're not more well off than the average person that probably never went through anything like this. So for me, I don't really see them doing it. Oh, we're going to sell you to R. Kelly, who's not even the richest nigga at the time. At the time, he was up and coming in the 90s. Like, he actually had gotten bigger after the charges came out, I would say. Like, I'm not saying R. Kelly wasn't big in the 90s. Okay, let me not say that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that this kind of media attention probably made him even bigger of an artist. And there's MTV News clips to prove it, because during the 6 years while he was waiting to go on trial, there's people that didn't even know he was waiting to go on trial. So he was getting support all around for his music. And it just like, it catapulted him to a different level of stardom than where he was at when he, in like before all of these charges, I would say. And not for nothing, he just was found guilty in the New York case because of actual proof of things that took place between him and Aaliyah while Aaliyah was underage. So yeah, a person who's exhibiting a pattern of sexual abuse towards underage women, I can definitely believe that either. And that's another thing. I don't know how this whole thing started. I have no idea how this whole thing started. That's not even for me to figure out. That's for the judges and them to figure out right now. But what I do know is, however it started, I believe that there was the meeting between her two parents and R. Kelly in the hotel. I do believe that. I do believe that even though the father supposedly stormed out of the the meeting space and said, I can't help you, I believe he continued to help because he never testified and he continued to get work. To me, that's a form of hush money. That is, you'll always have a job. You'll never have to worry again. She'll always be taken care of. Y'all just, please don't come to court. Please don't come to court. I could see that. Because, and then, of course, you're going to put the man in your obituary because that's where your livelihood came from. So if you don't put him in your obituary, you're going to look like, you know what I'm saying? You're just going to look like you didn't say anything this whole time. And that you could have gotten your daughter justice, but you didn't. So they had to put R. Kelly in the obituary to keep the facade going. And my whole thing is, she's a very good liar. Jane, very incredible liar. I watched the For the Cause video. Stand by me. Oh, stand by me. She is standing by her nigga. She is standing by that nigga, and she's been standing by that nigga. If you ask me, she knows how to lie very well because she's been lying for a very long time. And just for some reason, the whole Sparkle told me to do it thing, I just, maybe I don't want to believe it. Let's say that. But why would the first person to ever accuse R. Kelly publicly of sexual assault be the one that put you up to it? That's like incrimination number one. Like, why would she do that? Sparkle was the first person and the only person for years ever to say it publicly. What I believe is that Barry Hankinson is the one that sent this to the Sun Times. He probably got access to it. There was probably rumblings about what R. Kelly had been doing in the camp. Someone probably told Barry Hankinson. He got his hands on one of them tapes. Probably got him through Sparkle. Who knows? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know how Barry Hankinson got the tapes. I will not even pretend to act like I know what happened in the 90s. I was 8 years old in 98. So, I don't know. But Jim DeRogatis says the level of detail that he received in that letter, tape, all of that mail that he got, the whistleblowing letter, only someone deep in the trenches would have known. And if Sparkle was ostracized the way she says she was ostracized, and the way that we know that she had taken time from R. Kelly, I feel like somebody very close to R. Kelly either provided the information to Barry Hankinson, or he put two and two together, or all of that. You know, Barry Hankinson has been very mute over the past 30 years. Really, he hasn't really taken a large stance when it comes to the whole Aaliyah situation, but he knows he put his niece in harm's way. You know what's funny? R. Kelly's story about meeting Barry Hankinson, saying that he was on his last dime, he didn't have much money, he was on his way home, and he stopped in this church that he saw was doing auditions, and that's when he met Barry Hankinson. Fast forward, Barry Hankinson introduces R. Kelly to his niece, Aaliyah. Then Sparkle has the same story, and so does Rashana. Oh, he came to my gospel concert at church. R. Kelly is meeting a lot of people through church and doing very unchurchly things. It's like you can't play with God, because when you know better, you're supposed to do better. And if you don't, much will be required and expected of you. And if not, the consequences is going to come down on you one way or another. All these people were in church, God-fearing people, and this is what they ended up being involved in. And then I want to say from yesterday's testimony, Lisa Van Allen said something about R. Kelly having relations with Jane in a room that had a checkerboard floor. And that is all I needed to hear, because I kept thinking for the longest, is anything about this have to do with any Masonic rituals? Anything? humiliation. I know that they do dip and dabble in the children thing, Pizzagate type area. If y'all know what I'm saying, y'all get what I'm saying. I'm being not specific for a reason. But when she said that he was having relations in a room with a checkerboard floor, oh, okay. It just makes me feel like there's more at play here. We really don't know everything. Child. And I don't even want to know everything. So yeah, you could keep that. Child, yeah, you could keep that. I'm actually mm-mm. One last tweet I found from Andy Grimm. While she was dating Kelly, Van Allen accompanied on tour and had a job. During his shows, Kelly would pick a female fan out of the audience and bring her on stage and simulate sex acts. Van Allen was always a fan, randomly pulled on stage, she testifies. While she was dating Kelly, Van Allen accompanied on tour and had a job. During his shows, Kelly would pick up a female fan out of the audience and bring her on stage and simulate sex acts. Van Allen was always a fan. Well, they definitely have history. We know that. We know that. But yeah, I want to kind of get into the R. Kelly Beehive supporters. I don't mean to call y'all Beehive. Someone else calls y'all that, and I just found it very funny. But yeah, I just find it crazy, the blind level of support. Like, and the reason I say blind level is because if this was 20 years ago, everyone would have been like, yeah, I seen the tape, I seen the tape, I seen the tape. Now everyone is saying, it's not him, it's not him, it's not him. Like, y'all got to pick and choose. Y'all have this selective, like, so 20 years ago it was him, and now all of a sudden there was never no young girl. Even I didn't see the tape. Now, I ain't going to say that. But I saw a clip, meaning that side profile of the girl looking up at the man who just handed her some money. Just go watch Stand By Me. Oh, Stand By Me. Go watch the video. You're not going to ask yourself twice if that's homegirl. It's not Beverly. It's not Anita or whoever y'all trying to say Beverly is. Some Spanish name girl that Lisa used to be kicking it with. It's not none of those people. Y'all trying to say that the girl in the video is a young Lisa Van Allen. And that's what makes y'all crazy. That's what makes y'all crazy. That y'all are so in support of someone that y'all can't use the mental faculties that God gave you. It's crazy. It is crazy. Crazy, okay? Crazy. And I'm just walking around my house, doing things that I need to do. Doing things that I have to do. My nephew is sleeping. Finally gave him a good nap. And now David Burns is back. And it's lit. It's lit for us. So David Burns is over here talking about, let me just recap real quick. Bonjean repeated Brinley's strategy yesterday of highlighting a discrepancy between Van Allen's testimony yesterday and that she gave to investigators in 2008 regarding whether or not she ever saw scenes featuring only R. Kelly and Jane. At this point, presiding judge Harry Lennonweber has called for a 15-minute break in the R. Kelly federal trial. Yo, one thing about Judge Harry Lennonweber, he gonna call for a 15-minute break. That nigga be tired. He be tired of them, for real. he be telling him, calm down. Let's take a break. Or let's table this till tomorrow because I ain't finna be here all day. Like, when Lennon Webber is not, he just, I find him, based on the tone of these tweets that I've been reading for the past 10 days, he's not amused. And I don't even think Lennon Webber really wants to be there, low key. But he definitely be needing a break from this. I'm telling you. One thing about Weber, two things for sure. He gonna call for that break. So boom. Court resuming in R. Kelly's federal trial. In Chicago, Kelly's lead. Oh, it's time to roll up. Whenever Harry Lyndon Weber calls for a break, I'm gonna light the spliff. So let me get my Lil Wayne moment. Did I do it right? Shout out to the GOAT, Carter. Okay. Court resuming in R. Kelly's federal trial. Kelly's lead defense attorney, Jennifer Bonjean, asking Lisa Van Allen about when she sent Kelly's alleged sex tape to her friend Keith Morrell in Kansas City. The crazy part is, I thought Keith Morrell was her ex-boyfriend. So she's messing with R. Kelly. I need the timeline. Here's where I need the timeline. She's supposed to be messing with R. Kelly, and then messing with Keith Morrell, and then has another boyfriend, Yul Brown, living in Atlanta. So I just want to know, when did all of these people have time to be her boyfriends under the scope of R. Kelly? That's what I don't understand. So yeah, Lisa Van Allen about when she sent alleged sex tapes to her friend. They saying friend when I've always seen him being referred to as her ex, but okay. Was it before or after you stole Kelly's Rolex? Van Allen says she doesn't recall if she told Keith that R. Kelly's Rolex watch was worth 100K, but denies sending it to him. She says she thinks it was Damon Pryor, her ex-boyfriend, who tried to sell the watch. I'm sorry, Keith Morrell was not her boyfriend, it was Damon Pryor. I misspoke. Van Allen said she gave Pryor the watch. Back to Van Allen getting R. Kelly's alleged sex tape to Keith Morrell. Van Allen says she sent it via some kind of parcel service like FedEx, but that she can't remember exactly which one. She also denies giving Charles Freeman any copies of the tape. Homeboy said he drove all the way to Atlanta, knocked on the door, brought goons to the house, got the tape, not only got the tape, but watched it and then left. Either Charles is a whole body liar or you are. Similar to defense's questioning of Jane early in the trial, Bonjean is now discussing Van Allen's relationship with R. Kelly even after she took the tape. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. She never gave Charles the tape. Charles was hired to get the tape and got the tape from her. She's denying knowing Charles. She's denying giving Charles the tape. So how did he get involved? Wow. The jurors and the jury, the jurors are in the jury, but they have a very tough time because this is crazy. So if he never got the tape from her, she says, she had her own deal with R. Kelly. What tape did Charles have? It's possible Charles had a tape. He knew people who knew R. Kelly, but how did he get it? Because how he said he got it is not how she's saying he got it, at least not from her. But the juries are watching a tape. The juries watch a tape first week. That we know. They watch a tape that Charles gave to them. So he had a tape from somewhere. I'm in this video now. There's not much going on the timeline, but she's denying that she gave Charles a tape. So what tape he had and how did he get it? That's what's gonna the prosecution I think is gonna have to hone in on if they're trying to push the child pornography, because authenticity is a major factor. Whew, what a crazy case. Crazy, crazy, crazy case. R. Kelly is viral on TikTok for his song Legs Shaking. Of all songs he currently has a case for child pornography, and y'all choose Legs Shaking to go viral. I can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up at all. You can't. I just be catching it. So if you know, you know. I'm out. Actually, more just came out. This is crazy. So she says, back to Van Allen getting R. Kelly's alleged sex tape to Keith Morrell. Van Allen says she used some kind of service, so we went over that already. Similar to the defense's questioning of Jane earlier in the trial, Bonjean is now discussing Van Allen's relationship with R. Kelly even after she took the alleged sex tape. Bonjean brings up that after breaking up with Damon Pryor, Van Allen briefly lived with R. Kelly again and received financial support from him for herself and her daughter. They're going to go ham with that because she says she had an abortion for R. Kelly because she didn't trust him around female children until she moves in with her daughter. So she's a user. Not into specifics of who had the alleged sex tape and when. Bonjean asking why Van Allen went to R. Kelly after learning a tape had leaked rather than going to law enforcement. Van Allen said she didn't want to get Kelly in trouble, that she still cared for him. So the person you took the video from is now the person whose help you need to get it back from your trusted friend. Bonjean says Van Allen affirms, saying she thinks Morrell no longer had the tape as of 2007. So Keith is over here doing some crazy stuff with the tape. She's trying to track it down. She gets R. Kelly's help as if she didn't steal it from R. Kelly. Well, that's usually how liars and corruption goes. One person doing something corrupt leads other people to do something corrupt. So I don't doubt for a second that the tape existed, or else there wouldn't be all this hoopla about it. Honestly, it existed. So y'all need to just accept that fact right there. Once y'all accept the fact that it existed and all these people was handling it and touching it, then y'all could sooner accept the fact that, yeah, one person is getting in trouble for it and everyone else is going to get off. But there's a lot of people, obviously, that was involved, and it definitely existed. So stop with the cognitive dissonance as if it never happened. It happened, or else they wouldn't be doing all of this. That's just my take on it. If it's a tape over legal people, there's no golden egg to be chasing after. But everyone's going crazy for 30 years over this action that happened hundreds of times. Come on now. Come on now. If you don't believe that, then you're going to stay in the house where there's smoke because you don't believe there's fire. That's simple. So just to recap a little bit from what happened earlier, Jason Meisner, he showed back up on the scene and he tweeted out that Bonjean repeatedly accused Van Allen of sexually abusing Jane during their threesomes with Kelly. Van Allen's bottom lip began to quiver. She reached for a box of tissues and started dabbing her eyes, finally blurting, "I'm not proud of that." Whew. As Van Allen sobbed for several uncomfortable minutes, Bonjean stood at the lectern with her arms crossed. "Let me know when you have composed yourself," she said. Girl, it is going down in the courtroom. They are going blow for blow. So, just to color in some more tweets that we went over, R. Kelly's lawyer, under cross-examination, had alluded to Van Allen's testimony yesterday that Kelly was a controlling and sometimes abusive boyfriend, and Van Allen has said it was more emotional than physical. So under cross-examination, she concedes to say that she gave his $100,000 Rolex, which he forgot in her hotel room, to another man she was seeing later. She denies she stole it. She's saying she merely failed to return it. And then, so some more grilling going on. R. Kelly's girlfriend denies her goal in offering to return the stolen tape was to extort Kelly. Kelly's lawyer says, "You're dancing around the truth. That was your goal." The lawyer adds, "It was all about money. It doesn't make sense unless it is all about money, Miss Allen." Straight up calling her a gold digger. Straight up. Whew. I'm going to bring it back to David Burns. Because David Burns, he's been on fire. So, give me one moment. I'm going to just recap from where we left off with David Burns. Y'all got to keep up. I'm going to like 3 different Twitter pages to get the tea. And so y'all have to remember who said what. So where we are in the case is basically they're grilling her, saying this was all a plot for money. You was trying to get the money. It was never anyone else on the tape, but you do admit to abusing Jane. And she's also saying she didn't steal the tape. She's just basically trying to defend her character. They're trying to make her out to be a liar, underage abuser, a thief, and an extortionist. So right now, her goal is to deny all of that, even though everything that they're saying has validity. So it's a very tough spot to be in. This is why Shorty didn't want to come to court in the first place. Okay, so let's just fast forward a little bit. And now we're at the time where she says, Bonjean accuses Van Allen of trying to get money out of R. Kelly and recovering the tape. It's all about money. It doesn't make sense unless it's all about money, she says. Van Allen denies, saying she just didn't want a sex tape of herself or a minor out there. But it was out there when you sent it to Kansas City. Did you tell Morrell if he came to Chicago, he would get money? Bonjean asks. Van Allen says she thinks money was a part of her discussion with Morrell, but denies it was her prime motivator. Bonjean asks when was the last time she contacted Morrell since R. Kelly's sex trafficking conviction, which is just a few months ago. I think maybe a month ago. Van Allen says she isn't sure. Bonjean now showing the courtroom Facebook messages between Morrell and Van Allen. Bonjean says they're from October 2008, but also October 2018. I'm not sure which one is the misstatement. David Burns is saying he's not sure which one is the misstatement because she's talking over 10 years of text messages in October. So, okay. In the messages, Van Allen tells Morrell that R. Kelly's former manager and current co-defendant Daryl McDavid said he should have murked her. which I know what murked means. Bonjean continuing through the messages between Van Allen and Morel. Morel, trying to confirm Van Allen's identity, asks her, "What happened at Hara's casino?" "Sex," was Van Allen's reply. So Keith Morel and Lisa Van Allen had, okay, Didn't I say? Okay. Bonjean also brings up messages mentioning sex acts between the two, which prosecution objects for relevance. I knew that I heard somewhere down the grapevine that she was connected to Keith. Like, I knew I wasn't just making that up. So if this is what this is how they confirm one another in Facebook messages, then okay. Van Allen, through these messages, was trying to get in contact with Charles Freeman, who allegedly found an R. Kelly tape in Atlanta. Van Allen says she did not trust Freeman because she does not know him enough to trust him. Moving on from the messages, Bonjean now directly accusing Van Allen of trying to extort R. Kelly for money with a woman named Adelina in 2002. Adelina, I don't know if that's the Beverly girl that everyone keeps saying, but I'm going to put a picture of her in here that I found. I don't know if it's really her. I'm going to say allegedly. Van Allen scoffs at the suggestion. "Why would I do that?" With that, Bonjean concludes her cross-examination. Guys, this is it for today. Bonjean concludes her cross-examination, so I don't know if the prosecution is going to go next or whatever, if they're going to introduce another witness, but it's looking crazy. Why would I do that? And then Bonjean just ends off. Bonjean directly accuses Van Allen of trying to extort R. Kelly for money with a woman named Adelina in 2002. Wow. Sorry, y'all. A lot's been going on today, so I'm back to finish these tweets. So, be quiet. Here's where we are. Prosecutor Jason Julian returning for a brief redirect questioning of Van Allen. Julian asked if Van Allen had once mistakenly thought the Home Alone video shoot occurred in late 1997, but then later realized it was in fact 1998. Van Allen affirms. So just going over her discrepancies, Julian, like many attorneys before him, accidentally uses Jane's real name while questioning Van Allen about their alleged threesome sex tapes. So not only has the witnesses used the girl's real name, now the prosecutors are using the girl's real name. I mean, well, damn, at this point, Miss Lanphier, just come to the front. Reading from Van Allen's testimony in R. Kelly's 2008 trial, Julian has Van Allen saying that the first thing that occurred when she had her alleged threesomes with R. Kelly and Jane was Robert set up his video camera. We all saw that one. Defense objects for this line of questioning not being responsive. This wasn't the impeachment, Bonjean says. Julian rebuts it is responsive. Lennon Weber tells Julian to move things along, as this was all mentioned in direct examination. A lot of lawyer infighting that's hard to follow, ending with Judge Lennon Weber saying, "Let's move on," as usual. Julian moves on to another question about whether Van Allen watched the alleged sex tape with Darrell McDavid, which a little backstory. First she said it was in a Chicago office, then she says it was in a hotel. And yeah, that's what the impeachment was about. So, citing another investigation report leading up to the 2008 trial, Julian brings up that Van Allen said she saw the alleged sex tape in a hotel room, corroborating her testimony from yesterday. Defense objects again, which Lennon Weber sustains. Jillian attacking Brinley's assertion yesterday that Van Allen wanted to be one of the R. Kelly's victims for the clout and money it could bring. Did you have a book deal in 2008? Were you on Surviving Kelly in 2008? Van Allen answers no on both accounts. Julian concludes his redirect by asking Van Allen if she faked her emotions yesterday to manipulate anyone. Van Allen denies and is off the stand. Next up on the stand is Deborah Rosenblatt, owner of the travel agency Preferred Travel. The company Rosenblatt says specializes in entertainment clients. Rosenblatt says that R. Kelly's production company, Base Productions, became one of her clients in 1997, but that the client relationship ended in 2016. Well, damn. You know all the tea, huh? Rosenblatt says her company typically uses clients' credit cards to pay for their services. Prosecution going over some boilerplate questions about how Preferred Travel employees fill out the company's credit card authorization form. Before prosecution can get any deeper into questioning Rosenblatt, Judge Lennon Weber calls for an hour lunch break. In R. Kelly's federal trial. That, my friends, is it from Mr. Andy Grimm. I think that was. Let's check out Mr. Michael Tarm, our illustrator, because you know he likes to color in the lines. R. Kelly prosecutor is asking the last few questions in the redirect of Lisa Van Allen. He starts by asking, "How are you doing, Miss Allen?" She sounds exhausted, answering, "Had better days." An R. Kelly prosecutor also just slipped up and referred to the government's star witness by her first name, real name, rather than her trial pseudonym, Jane. A defense lawyer and Van Allen did the same yesterday. R. Kelly's ex-girlfriend Lisa Van Allen has concluded her around 7 hours of testimony over 2 days. So it looks like it's Friday. People are slowing up. They ain't going to be doing too much on this here Friday. They're going to let Lisa just sizzle on the back of that grill. Tell me what y'all think. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like it's a very entertaining trial because the government's witnesses have no credibility, which is something witnesses should possess, is credibility, or else what did you witness? It's very entertaining to see how this will affect case law. It's very entertaining to see if Harvey Weinstein's appeal will have any effect on this. And what this means moving forward in the culture. Like, will there continue to be a large divide over R. Kelly's music? He's going TikTok viral right now. So it's almost like a real tug in the culture of what's going on. Y'all let me know and drop your comments below. I'm out.